Welcome back to Cocktails with Kate. Before we say anything else, I need to point out the obvious. The last two videos, we both had our hair down. That was not planned. Today, we both have our hair half up. That was not planned. And we both have sweaters on.
It's our eggnog video. She told me there would be eggnog, so we needed to be cozy. I'm not looking forward to this eggnog. I'm not an eggnog drinker. And she said that
Well, I'm not an eggnog drinker either.
She needs to get rid of whatever this is.
So
here we go.
I put this up here because I don't want to pretend that I made this eggnog base. I don't know how to make eggnog. But I got this from Kirkland's, and it says it's an eggnog wine cocktail. And then I just added a little bit of orange liqueur to it.
If that doesn't sound appetizing to you, I don't know what does.
It's winter. It's
winter.
Good. It's good.
It does not mean we need
But I want to tell you, when she saw that I was wearing a sweater with my hair up, she told me that I had to change because...
No, I said I was changing.
Oh, whatever.
I said, I'm changing. I'm not doing it. And she said, no, leave it. We're going to talk about this. So here we are.
We're talking about it. All right.
We told you we would be real. This is real.
Full disclosure, I have a German Shepherd in here right now that is looking at the door as if she's about to kick it down. So if you hear any noise
through this door,
I'm going to let her out.
Okay.
All right. So today we're talking about
technology, texting, and screen time for kids.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's try this delicious
concoction. No. We got to tell them to get their cocktails first.
Oh, all right.
2 generations.
1 show.
Grab your cocktails. Here we go. All right.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it tastes a little bit like the toothpaste I used to brush my teeth.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not. It's not like a traditional eggnog. Eggnog. I swear this is our first one.
I'm going to spit my drink out. I love my cozy sweater, though. It makes me feel very like...
Right? I feel like traditional eggnog is very thick. This is not thick.
Okay, it's not thick, and it tastes like orange, which is a nice little surprise, but...
Isn't there orange in eggnog? I feel like there is.
No.
Okay, let me know. Am I wrong? Is there orange in eggnog?
Is there orange in this eggnog?
I don't know. It's a wine cocktail. It's not a real eggnog.
Anyway.
All right. Technology, screen time, texting.
So I feel like texting is the way of communication today. And she enjoys phone calls, which I'm not opposed to a phone call. I will say I have to know you really, really, really well to be able to talk on the phone with you, or I will make every excuse to not answer. I have to mentally prepare. I have to think, like when I call the doctor's office, I have to think about my script of what I'm going to say just to schedule an appointment. I'm
the same.
I'm awkward on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone to people. Texting, I can erase it. I can rewrite it. I can make it sound how I want to. And like when words start coming out of my mouth, I can't just swallow them back up. I got to like commit. And I don't like phone calls because of that reason. So she'll call me and I'll answer her calls. She's my mom. I've been talking to her for however many years.
20-something.
20-something. And, but yeah, my husband, my best friend. I've been best friends with this woman for 6 years. And I just last week talked to her on the phone for the first time. And when I called her, she thought something was wrong. She was like, your name popped up on my phone. And I said, someone is dying. What is I need to answer this immediately.
That's horrible.
We don't talk on the phone.
We text more than we talk.
But you're busy.
I used to call you every day on my way home from work. When I worked at my previous job, I had at that time of day with the traffic, a good hour and a half commute on the way home. And we would talk the whole way.
Yep.
But then you just had one kid at that point, and she was younger. Now you have 2. So we text a lot more than we talk. We FaceTime.
But your commute's a lot shorter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my commute now is only like 15 20 minutes.
So you don't necessarily need, like, I was your filler. Like, I kind of helped you.
That sounds horrible.
No, but I helped you decompress from your drive home.
True.
Like, I was.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, when you had a stressful day or something, you wanted to call me and we would talk, like, we would just talk about nothing, honestly. Yeah. But it was a nice decompressing for both of us. Because after my days, I wanted to talk to someone. And obviously, she's one of my best friends, my mom. So we would talk and both kind of help each other decompress. So I think that that's its own kind of special.
And now, hold on. What about the times where you'll call me and you'll say, talk to your granddaughter. I'm done with her.
Okay. Bedtime's 8 o'clock. Bath time starts around 7:30-ish. Some days it's 5:30 and I don't know what to do with her anymore. So mom babysits. I need to tap out. I need to go pour a glass of champagne right quick. I just need to. And my daughter loves talking to Gigi on the phone. She loves to FaceTime. Gigi got an iPhone specifically to FaceTime.
Yep. She made me switch from an Android to an iPhone. This is gonna be part of this conversation.
She tried to Facebook Messenger call me every single day, and it kept freezing, and it was all pixelated, and then she'd get irritated. My daughter would get irritated. I'd get irritated because my babysitter was irritated, and it just wasn't a good time. So she had to switch to an iPhone. She had to just bite that bullet and just swap right over.
And
so now we
still learning how to use it.
Now how often do we FaceTime Gigi?
Every day.
Every day.
And I guess you can do it with an Android too, but one of the things I discovered is you can do emergency bypass. So like I can set you as a contact. I can have my phone on silent.
Oh. We're talking about this.
If I set her as an emergency, I think it's emergency bypass is what it's called, but it whenever she calls me, it will ring.
Even if her phone's on silent, aka in a meeting with important people at work. Oops.
So I don't want to necessarily say important people, but I do have a job that I am in meetings a lot. And it's not the most professional thing when you're in a meeting and in person, because, we're transitioning still from COVID. We do still have like Zoom meeting, team meetings. But we are trying to transition back to in-person meetings. And in the middle of those meetings, there will be my phone ringing because Caitlin's calling me and it's bypassing the silent feature. So she has learned to text me now and say, so I call my granddaughter Chipmunk. There's a whole story behind that. Maybe we'll go into it someday. But I call her Chipmunk and she'll text me and she'll say, Chipmunk wants to eat lunch with Gigi. And so that's FaceTiming. So instead of just calling, she's learned to text me now, so that's good. So yes, text is useful.
Yep. Yeah. But I will text now as a little forewarning, which, sometimes, like my friend, if I didn't text before and say, hey, I'm about to call you, nothing's wrong, but I need to call you, we're just going to talk for a little bit. She thinks, oh, she's calling me, something is tragic, like I need to answer right away. And I think warnings are nice. Mm-hmm. But you would just prefer if you're not in a meeting with people from work?
Well, I think it depends. I think it's, if it's a short, doesn't really require a whole lot of interpretation to anything.
I'm talking about like just texting to say, hey, I'm going to call.
Got it. Yes.
So I think a warning is nice. Like I'm about to call you.
Oh, you just don't like it when anybody calls unannounced.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm that way when people come to the door, but you're that way when with even a phone call.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. If it's not my 3 people that I talk to every day.
Okay, is that strange?
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me if that's strange. I think people should be able to call without saying I'm going to call.
No.
Am I the anomaly here? All right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's a generational thing.
I have my certain amount of people that I expect to just call me, and it's just a call, and I'll just pick up and we'll just talk. But I have also people who if I get a phone call, I think something is going on. I think something's wrong. So from those types of people,
no, I see that.
I need to have a text to say, hey, I'm just calling just to talk. Is now a good time? And then I'll just call them instead of texting. Like I'm not going to text back, oh yeah, call now.
Yeah.
That's weird. But I'll just pick up my phone and just call them because I know that they're wanting to talk now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's normal.
And I think I text more than I call. You don't think?
I think you FaceTime all the time.
Well, I
But that's
FaceTime all the
me.
time because I know that, every day I'm going to talk to
Yeah,
Chipmunk and Monkey.
yeah,
Monkey is my grandson. Chipmunk is my granddaughter.
yeah. And then technology. Going back to Android versus iPhone. I have had one Android. I have had 4 iPhones. And obviously you know which one I prefer. But you liked your Android until it came to video chatting with my children.
No, it was more so what made me switch because I felt like we were doing okay with Messenger. I know you didn't prefer it, but what made me switch is the camera.
Okay.
That's why I got my iPhone.
Okay.
So we've discovered in this episode, I have a German Shepherd. I also have a cat, and I have 2 grandchildren. And when I was taking pictures of any of those with my Android, they were always blurry. And there are also little spots of like green or purple lights throughout the picture. And you could clean them up. You could do things with that. But she would take pictures and I was just like, wow, these are great pictures. So I switched because I wanted to have good pictures of my pets and my grandkids. That's ultimately what made me switch.
Doesn't that sound like every 40-something-year-old can know? I gotta have this nice phone to take pictures of my pets and my grandkids.
Well, what do you have an iPhone for?
Convenience. The world has iPhones. You gotta have those blue bubbles for your messages.
Why?
Green bubbles
Is it a status thing?
No, it's green bubbles. You can't see when they've read them. You can't see when they're delivered. You can't see.
No, you can. Anthony has an Android, and I can see when he's read them.
Oh, well, that must be a setting that he has turned on that Android users need to turn on. But
yeah, I don't know. I know.
I like the blue bubbles.
I know how to make a
Blue
call.
is my favorite color. Green is not. I like the blue bubbles. They look more seamless. They're visually appealing.
I did not tell her the day that I got my iPhone. I just texted her, and she was quite excited that it was a blue bubble that popped
I
up.
immediately noticed. Yeah, I've been working on that one for a while, and she finally came through. So
wow. All right. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what happens when
I don't respond.
See, she knew exactly where I was going. This is definitely a generational thing. So I can send her a text. She doesn't, well, let's say 15, 20, 30 minutes go by. I'll send her another text, assuming, here comes the German Shepherd again. If you just heard the door open, that's the German Shepherd. And her tail is going to knock this ring light down. So I apologize if you guys are seeing the camera move. It is my dog's tail.
She's right.
All right. The phone and the ring light are safe again. Okay, so I can text. Time passes, depending on what I'm doing, I'll call or text her back, especially if it's like a question that I need answered right now.
Like what?
Now, Tony's in the middle of the night. We talked about Tony's in one of our episodes.
She got her Tony box for Christmas. This text comes through on like January 3rd. What time? I'm like, she has like 4. Just don't. I don't know.
Okay, but anyway, so something that I need a response back to, and I'll say like, this is what I'm doing. I need a response back. And she doesn't respond. So then I text again and there's no response. And then I'm calling and there's no response.
And then she calls my husband and there's no response.
A mother's mind immediately goes to what is wrong? Something is wrong. My child is in a ditch.
And then I start getting pictures, like GIFs of cars in ditches. Is this you?
I think I've done that once. That doesn't happen on a regular basis. But I do think, how do I get the National Guard? How do I get a search party? How much time has to pass before she's considered a missing person? You need to call your mother when your mother texts.
Are y'all hearing this? Please comment.
Moms, please comment. Show her that it's not just me.
Anyway. So yes, sometimes it takes me more than 30 seconds to answer a text from my mom. And her text will literally say, hey, what's up? Or what are you doing?
No.
Or-
It's a question that I need an answer to.
No, it's not. Not
Yes.
always.
Yes.
Not always.
Before I start worrying, it's a question that I need an answer to.
No, I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't say that.
Okay, Kate.
Sometimes it says, is Chipmunk available to talk?
Yes.
And then if I don't answer that, because we're at my husband's parents, or because we're doing something, or I'm driving, I don't text and I don't talk on my phone while I'm driving.
Absolutely.
So
Hands-free.
Sometimes-
And we now have a law, thank goodness, in our state where we have to be hands-free now.
So sometimes I'm
happy
just
for that.
driving home with my kids and she'll text and it takes me a minute because I'm not home yet. And then I'll answer when I get home, but she's already had all these visions going in her head and she thinks that something's terrible has happened to me and my kids.
Yeah.
And the whole text was just, is Chipmunk available to talk?
It's not always true, but all right. We're going to move on to the next topic.
All right. Screen time. No, texting K.
Oh, texting K?
Is that
Okay.
rude? Or is that a full sentence?
I don't necessarily think it's rude.
It's rude.
You think it's rude?
Yes. That means you're mad.
I can see that. Do I text K?
Sometimes.
Do
and
I?
sometimes it's like K with a period, which means you're extra mad.
Is that what that means?
Yes. Like it's a full sentence. She's PO'd.
You know, I think that might be part of. So Caitlin has pointed out. Oh, do they know that your name is Caitlin?
Well, you've said it in this episode already, so
Oh, have
it's
I?
fine.
Okay. So Caitlin has pointed out before that I use proper grammar and punctuation in my texts. So maybe in an effort to be more
No, it
To
just means
bridge-
you're extra mad.
to bridge the generational gap, maybe I'm trying to just use K, because you've pointed out before that I'm like an English professor with my texts.
Yep. Yeah, it's full sentences, commas included,
Yeah.
apostrophes where they're supposed to be, periods, exclamations, question marks, the whole nine.
Yeah.
It's very, and if there's different thoughts, then there's space, there's enters between
true.
each of the paragraphs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm very organized.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
I'm not like that. I will send you a run-on sentence all day long, and it's
No, I don't think you do a run-on sentence. You put punctuation in yours.
with you
Oh,
because I know you'll yell at me.
I won't yell at you.
It's not a proper sentence, Caitlin. Why are you texting like that?
She makes me seem like I'm worse than I am. I'm not that bad.
And moving on to our next topic,
Uh-oh.
screen time.
Okay.
Also, notice how much of this wonderful drink we both drank during this episode. And this is our longest yet. And it's... So. She's about to down half this glass just
don't
to
think it's
prove a
bad.
point.
I think it's pretty good. I do see what you're talking about, the toothpaste. So now that you've mentioned it, maybe don't buy this stuff from Costco.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It's not bad.
It's not the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Listen, on a snowy
Not the
day
best.
with the fireplace going,
I would
it's
prefer
cozy.
to have water.
All right.
Anyway, screen time. So for my kids, I don't do a lot of screen time. I am under the impression that I don't want to use screen time as a babysitter. There are educational options, I guess I would say, available that have helped my children, especially my daughter, who is a little bit late to talking. So there have been various shows that have helped her language development that we've allowed her to watch.
What
But
shows are those?
it's by no means
Call them out.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, because other people might be having the same problem.
Yeah, Miss Rachel helps.
Miss Rachel, if you're listening.
Yeah, thank you. What other ones does she? She likes Baby Bums. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily educational. She likes Cocomelon, and they teach ABCs and counting and sight words. So another possible. But we're just not big fans of screen time. And I think that growing up, I had to always ask. I mean, even in middle school, I was having to ask if I could fold clothes on mom's bed while I watched, because laundry was one of my chores. So folding clothes on mom's bed while I watched TV because my room didn't have a TV in it. So that was something that was limited in our household, and we now limit in my household. And I think that screen time is a lot more accessible for children today. And we just want to know your thoughts on, is that something that you think is a learning tool, a learning opportunity, or is it something that parents just use to babysit their children so that they can get other things done? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not trying to call out any parents. I'm not judging. But is it something that you just...
I agree. I think especially when I see a child like in a shopping cart on an iPad or whatever, and I know it's a parent that just doesn't want their child to be screaming while they're in the store because they're going to get looks and judgment for that. But I'm just like, but but to me, it's like, let your child scream. It's okay. Like, if somebody wants to judge you for that,
that's hard, though.
You don't think?
I mean, I would let my child scream before I handed them my phone, but I'm more of a quiet, reserved person. And if my kid's screaming through the store...
Yeah, no, I am too. But you scream... Here comes Willa again. But that tail... There have been plenty of times where you've screamed in a store, and I either left or I let you scream.
You left? You left me there. Here you go.
With you. Let me close the door now that she's leaving.
Have you ever left your child in a shopping cart, parents?
We've either left
screaming too loud.
We've either left the store or you just screamed. I get it. I get that that's a hard thing, especially in today's society. I get that. But yeah, I guess maybe that's one of the things that I hope this channel kind of... I feel like there needs to be less judgment, and I want our channel to be a space where you feel okay to do those kinds of things. If you agree that your child shouldn't have screen time, and if you don't agree, that's fine too. We're not judging. We're not here to say that one way is the right way or the wrong way. But
and in situations like on an airplane, if you need to give your kid, our kids have Tony boxes. So if you need to give them a Tony box with earphones to listen to their whatever helps them decompress and sets them quietly on the plane so that other people can enjoy their flight as well. If you can't just immediately leave the store or wherever you are, that's different as well. I think that if you are doing it for, the greater good and you're trying to be cognizant of other people around you, that's different as well.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was a good topic to bring up, because I don't think that we need to... I don't think the solution should be you just shove a screen in their face. I think they need to learn how to regulate their emotions, and that they can't just scream and cry to get what they want, to get pacified. But I know as a parent that's very hard. Yeah.
Kids have emotions, they have feelings, and they're trying to figure them all out. And
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's up to us to help them do that.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know that I necessarily had that big of an issue with you, but I think that when you were younger, it wasn't as big of an issue. I think it's a bigger issue now because technology is everywhere.
That sounds like a good conversation for another episode.
Oh, Caitlin's cutting us short. She wants to finish her drink.
It's time to drink this delicious concoction.
She doesn't want you to see her drink it and reveal how much she actually likes it.
No, I don't want to drink it and have that minty fresh taste in my mouth for dinner.
All right. All right, so that wraps us up, I guess. I guess we're going to table this discussion for another day.
Yep.
Tell us in the comments what you think. Anything that we've said that hits home with you, anything you disagree with. We're okay with disagreeing, but we just want you to be nice about it. We're creating an environment here where we can all have our thoughts and opinions, but we have to be respectful of each other. So let's make sure that we do that in the comments.
Is it a helpful comment? Is it a helpful topic, I guess, of another episode to say, generationally, my mom thinks that we should do this with our kids, but I think that with society telling me this is where I'm leaning. Is that something that would be beneficial to talk about?
Yep.
With our viewers? And
all right. Well, this has been a good conversation. Thanks for watching Cocktails with Kate.
Go call your mom
or your daughter.
and have your own conversation. Until next time.
Bye, everyone.